just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. Bringing them out, the second-year quarterback from Wyoming, Josh Allen. And after the 2018 draft, what everybody knew was that Allen had great arm strength. But what folks discovered in his rookie season is how good of a runner he is. He finished second only to Lamar Jackson in rushing by a quarterback with 631 yards total. And had an NFL record three-game stretch where he was over 95 yards. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on third and long. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here are the Ravens now as they get set for their opening possession. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
Just 4 weeks left in the regular season, and he has to be firmly in the driver's seat for the MVP award.
Yeah, as the month of December wears on, we'll see how this all shakes out, and the debate will certainly heat up. But he's done everything they've asked of him.
Wouldn't you love to be in his head right now, though, to see what he's thinking, how much this is affecting him? Is he thinking about it at all? Are his teammates talking to him about it? He's dealing with a little bit of pressure, though, even though he's right now the #1 guy.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. Jackson now to throw again. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Jackson throwing on target to Brown. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 34. Here's Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Jackson on first down. Got a man. It's Brown. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Now Jackson got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 21st touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now on second down, this is Gore. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Now a draw play for Gore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Tell you what, you need the tough yards. You can still turn to the 36-year-old Frank Gore, now in his 15th season in the league. 10 in San Francisco, the 3 in Indy, quick stop in Miami, and now in Buffalo, and still making it happen. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there. A look now at the lineup defensively for the Ravens. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Throwing his Allen on third. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they will.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. From the corner, Jimmy Smith blitzes for the sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson to throw. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. A gain there of 21 yards. Jackson on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes 2 to tango. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Jackson. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown. Touchdown number 22 on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Allen. Man open. That's Robert Foster complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Jackson. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
All day, dog. 58, boy. 58. 58.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, this one complete to Ingram. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down. And inside.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 23 here on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought he was going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football. Seems like we've seen the Seahawks quite a bit in prime time the last few weeks, and we get them again tonight as they head down to L.A. to take on the Rams. And then tomorrow night for Monday Night Football, it's Giants-Eagles from Chile, Philadelphia. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Jackson now, 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, and he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43. Jackson now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. That time a 6-play drive, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, and the grab by Croft. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Allen now looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Jackson now. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Jackson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time, but it's going to be second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now a delayed give to Gore. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
15's mine. I got 15. 15's mine.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 50.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He'll run it, and he slides to avoid the hit. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson from the shotgun. And an alley to run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, they'll run with Ingram. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. On first down, it's Ingram. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tighten down. There you go.
And now Jackson will look to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. On 3rd down, Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. He's got his man. It's Andrews. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it. 1st and goal.
50 seconds to Mike. Watch the run.
And Jackson throwing once more, escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here's Gore. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the 2nd half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Frank Gore, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bills are in for 6. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The 1st down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like a little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads would be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
And an alley to run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Well, everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. Well, they talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing. And keep in mind, 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on second down. Jackson. This will be caught once again by Brown. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Jackson on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Allen, complete. Smith has it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. There's Jackson on third and long. Eluding the... And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get... And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
On first down, Allen. It's complete. It's Gore. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Allen. He's got Gore. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To the air, Allen. Got an open man, it's Foster. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Allen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And again, it's Allen. Open man, here's Foster. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Jason Kroon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are in for 6.
1st and goal. Forget running the football. Forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with a pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think 1st and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st. From the gun, Jackson.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Steps away to his left, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker with the extra point.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Allen going to throw again. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And the grab by Croft. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Here comes the ball.
Bills are certainly happy to have a healthy Tyler Croft. Remember, he had a season-ending foot injury last year with the Bengals in Week 5. So the Bills get him, and he re-injures that same foot. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Seth Roberts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Allen. And John Brown's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Allen's throw is complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic, but downfield in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Throwing on first down is Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. He'll have a first down past the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Allen throwing complete to Foster. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Throwing again on second down. Allen. He gets this out to Foster on the right side.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Now Jackson. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just one pick so far in his team lead. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, well, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles...